Hello and welcome to this video. Last time we saw that there were only a few interviews left to be conducted as part of the DV 2024 program. Now, it appears that some of those interviews will end up not being held. In a moment, we will consider the reason why. But before we go into that, let me recall that there are two instances during the fiscal year when the diversity visa program could come to an end. Most of you are aware of the September 30th deadline. In other words, once we reach September 30th, the program for that fiscal year automatically ends. But there is also the issue of issuances of visas. In case the total number of visas that are allotted to the fiscal year have been exhausted, then the program also comes to an end. And in the case of the DV 2024 program, it is this second instance that we observe is about to take place. In other words, before we get to the September 30th, 2024 deadline of the DV 2024 program, the DV 2024 program will come to an end. Now, to begin, let's consider the source of that information. It's actually a post that was done yesterday on Twitter, or what has become X. This is the post in question. We are not going to read it entirely, but just the part that says, Council for State Department just revealed 51,284 of 54,850 allotted fiscal year 2024 diversity visas have been issued already. That's the first important part. And the second important part says, program is expected to end on September 23rd. So this is the origin of the information that I shared with you earlier, that the DV 2024 program will come to an end before the September 30th deadline. Now, usually when such information unfolds, there are questions that viewers have and they go about asking. And so let me address some of those questions before analyzing the contents of this post, and then finally we conclude concerning the DV 2024 program. A question that usually comes up when such posts or such information unfolds concerns the authenticity of the information. There are those who usually doubt information that does not come directly from the State Department. And this is one of those cases. So before going into the contents of this post, I would first of all like to say that this is information that can be trusted because of the person who posted the information. He's actually one of the few lawyers in the United States who takes great interest in the diversity visa program. And so having information come from him is something that we can trust, is something that is authentic. So there should be no argument when it comes to that. This is verified information. Now, let's consider the first part that concerns the number of visas that had already been issued out as part of the DV 2024 program. Now, I want to think that that's the number from the weekend, all right? Because on early Monday morning, I don't want to think that the State Department lawyer who released this information during the court hearing actually had the data for Monday. So that number should correspond to the number of visas that were issued out up to last weekend. Now, that tells us that there is some discrepancy between the number that has been revealed in this post and what we saw from the CEAC data over the weekend. But what I want to think is that the number in this post includes the number of visas that were issued out to adjustment of status cases. Now, up to Thursday of last week, there were 902 visas issued out as part of adjustment of status. So that number 902 plus the issuances from adjustment of status on Friday added to what the CEAC data revealed to us over the weekend should amount to the 51,284 visas that are being reported by this post. Now, whatever the case is, the number that is published by the State Department or the lawyer of the State Department is what is binding because they are the official source of information. So that is the number to take into consideration. So in other words, for this week up to the end of the program, whenever it will be, there were just over 3,500 visas still left in the DV 2024 program. And then the second thing concerns the date. We just saw that it is expected that the DV 2024 program come to an end on September 23rd. Now, there are a couple of things I would like to say concerning that date. The analysis that has been carried out by the State Department concerning the September 23rd date actually depends on issuances during the course of this week. In case there are more visas issued out during the course of this week than they anticipated, then it means that we could get announcement concerning the end of the program before September 23rd. And on the other hand, in case issuances are not up to what they expected during the course of this week, then it is possible that the announcement concerning the end of the DV 2024 program will go beyond September 23rd. So those of you who have so far not been interviewed in the DV 2024 program, and I'm speaking about those who have already received their interview notifications, your focus now will be on the update that will be released by the State Department concerning the end of the DV 2024 program. As I just said, it could be before September 23rd. It could also be after September 23rd, depending on the number of issuances that will take place during the course of this week. In case that update or that announcement happens before you attend your diversity visa interview, then I'm sorry, that will be the end. Your interview will not be held. If on the other hand, you are interviewed before the announcement comes out, then you are safe. And if your visa is issued, then it is even better. So once again, the DV 2024 program will not reach September 30th as we had been expecting it, because the number of visas allotted to the program will be exhausted before we reach the September 30th deadline. And in addition to that, it could be before or after September 23rd. So look out for the next update from the State Department concerning the DV 2024 program, because that update is expected to officially announce the end of the DV 2024 program. And that goes to those of you who are processing at embassies and consulates outside of the United States. And as I said earlier, those who have already received their interview notification, but who so far have not yet attended their diversity visa interview. Remember, for the rest of you who have not received your interview notification, we made it clear at the beginning of this month that there was no further chance of you receiving your interview notification as part of the DV 2024 program, as all interview notifications for the DV 2024 program had already been sent out. So that is it concerning this piece of information that some of you are already aware of, and that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching it. See you, God willing, in the next one. Goodbye.